Greetings, YouTube. In a recent comment someone made to me in one of my videos, and it was one of the ones I dealt with politics, they're talking about the fact that they feel that it's Obama's fault that companies are offshoring our jobs to other countries. Now, I find this to be a really interesting point of view. You see, I think that Obama is a complete utter failure at a lot of things. Anyone that calls him a liberal is going to be laughed at by me, and anyone that calls him a socialist, I'm just going to ignore because he's neither liberal nor a socialist. He's about as pro-business as you can get, and not actually be on the Republican ticket. He's about as liberal as Nixon. And their attitude seems to be that if we just had, fewer regulations and there was more freedom for the private sector, that, the jobs would just blossom like flowers in America. But corporate America has shown me that they want something. They want first world customers, but they want third world workers. Now, if you want third world workers, you're going to have third world customers. The only way you're going to have first world customers is if you also have first world workers. If you pay them a living wage, if you make sure they have a functioning social safety net, Social Security, health insurance, and general retirement, plans of some variety, an education system that works, infrastructure that functions, roads, trains, bridges, fire departments, police departments, the Coast Guard, all of these things have to be up and functioning. And if they aren't, then you're not in a first world nation, and expecting a place which isn't a first world nation, and which is what corporate America is driving America towards, losing its status as a first world nation. Don't be surprised if you no longer have first world customers. But that's what they want. And at the same time, they've convinced many Americans that somehow regulations are what's causing them to offshore their businesses. But no, what it is that they want to shirk responsibility. They want the benefits of a first world, but they don't want to pay for the infrastructure of that first world. They are parasites. They want everything they can lay their hands on, and they don't want to pay a penny for any of it. It's that simple. They want to avoid treating American workers like human beings. They don't want fair wages. They don't want fair treatment. They don't want them to have any unions or any collective bargaining rights or any kind of controls whatsoever about their existence. They want slaves, serfs, and yet they want those slaves to somehow have endless supplies of disposable income. And you can't have both. It shouldn't be difficult for businesses to realize, and Henry Ford figured this out, that if your employees cannot buy the things that your company produces or makes, or services that they provide, then your business is going to fail. You can only offshore the labor for so long. We're in a race to the bottom. And the bottom is there won't be any first world consumers left. Your first world customers will have been driven to extinction, and you will be standing on a pile of worthless cash in a land of nothing but uneducated, starving, sick slaves. Maybe that's what they want. I'm not sure. But I'm telling you, it isn't what I want. I refuse to be a serf. And for all those conservative base members out there that want me to be a serf, who are willing to sign on to be a serf, to be a slave in the new feudalism that corporate America wants to create, I ask you, why do you want that? Why do you want a land where the air and the water and the land itself are poisoned, where the food isn't safe, where there is no health care, there are no fire departments, no police departments, no Coast Guard, no parks, no schools, no libraries, where the entire safety net, the entire infrastructure of our nation is gone. Why do you want that? Tell me.